Good afternoon, my name is Carol Harmer, and I'm here to talk to you really about trading courses. Now, most of you haven't heard of me at all, and if you have, it's through Charmer Charts and Charmer Trading. My background is I started on Life in 1982. That was the London International Financial Futures Exchange. I worked for Rayners, J.H. Rayner. I was taken by Midland Floor Team, where I was a trader, and also I was a good broker for Crocker Bank in the 30-year bond. So not only did I trade the 30-year, I actually broked it as well to Crocker Bank, who at that time was the biggest in the world. Now, there's lots of people that say we learned on our feet. We did. There weren't any technical trading people out there. In fact, when I came across a technical person about 6 months into my trading career, and my first 6 months were bad, they were awful. Every piece of data that came out of the US was negative for the 30-year. It went up. My boss, God rest his soul now, is dead. And he would say to me, go and sell bonds. Well, they kept going up. Anyway, I'm going to cut a long story short. I was taken by Midland to be on their floor team, and I progressed to help to start up a technical trading desk, which was brand new in the city, hadn't been done before. No one knew how we'd do, but we did really well. I then was asked to go to Nomura Bank after a few years. Nomura hadn't got its banking license. There was 8 of us that were picked worldwide. So it was 8 of us, and we started Nomura Bank. I was manager of technical trading. There weren't any lady managers in any Japanese company at all in 1986. They didn't exist. They didn't have them. I did. I stayed there for a few years and then was asked, headhunted by a guy called Rudy Duttweiler at Credit Suisse as head of technical trading, and also to start up a technical trading desk, which I did. I went on my own back to the floor in 1996, back to Life as a local. When I left Life, bank traders and life traders were about on parity. When I went back to the floor, there were far more many locals. The bank traders were in the bank. They weren't on the floor. All the floor teams were execution only, and the locals really didn't know about support and resistances. So I started up Charmer Charts back in 1996. I did it for 4 years, and then the floor shut. Now, because I'd been a bank trader, I was used to trading off screens. I've been self-employed now since 1996. I've done all sorts in that time, and I feel like a footballer. I've done it for 38 years. Now I'm leaving the football pitch, and I'm going in to manager. I'm going to manage. What I see, looking at the stuff that's out there for you guys as a retail trader, what I see out there irritates me. That's a good way of saying it. But it doesn't only irritate me, it makes me very angry, very angry. Now, if you want to be a trader and you want this to be your career for the rest of time, anybody can do it. It's not difficult. It's not rocket science. You don't have to spend £200 a point on a 5-minute chart. That's suicide. That's gambling. I'm not in the business of gambling. I'm in the business of trying to teach you my 38 years of knowledge. Now, there are companies out there that will offer exactly the same. They're not me. I'm afraid they're not me. And there are even companies out there who I've trained the people who are offering this service. And what I will say is they're not me. They're really not me. This is what my plan is. I've trained thousands of traders over my career. I've worked in New York. I've worked in Chicago. I've worked in London. I've traveled extensively with my job, teaching. My biggest attributes is my ability to connect with people. Everybody that I've spoken to or I've taught have all said the same. It's your ability to connect with people. And the thing is, I care. That's the difference. You're not a number to me. You're a person. I don't think the retail market is a muppet. I don't think you've been given a fair crack at what you could do. I think after 10 years, if 80% of you are still failing, there is a reason. And the reason is you're not being told. That's it. That's the end. That's it. Because if you don't know now, 10 years down the line, you're not going to know by the methods that you're being taught, that you picked up for yourself, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay? But if still 80% of you are failing, there is a reason for that. So I do residential courses from my home in Spain. I'm going to cut that down a bit. I'm going to do groups of 6 that will have the one-to-one who can have me, well, not really, but have me for the period of time. I'm up at 5. I finish work at 10. I put a lot into this. I'm very personal about this business, very personal. Okay, I'm very personal about the people out there who claim to be able to teach, claim to have done what I've done. So not only am I going to do that, I'm also writing as we speak my course, and I'm writing over it, I'm speaking over it, and it will be done in webinar form, in 30-minute little segments. And the reason I think for 30 minutes is that unless you're here, sat next to me, your brain glazes over when you're listening to 30 minutes, you know, or more than 30 minutes. I don't want that. I want you to take in what I'm saying. It will be priced for the retail market, not these absolutely outstandingly ludicrous prices that I am seeing bandied about on the internet. I've always had a thing about pay peanuts, get monkeys. This isn't the truth in this particular business. What this has done, it has made people who have absolutely no experience at all in a dealing room environment or as a trader on the floor. I'm not talking about market maker. I'm not talking about executioners. I mean trading. Because at the end of the day, this is what you're hoping to be. Oops. You're hoping to be a trader. And you will be a trader with me. As I said, I care about it. I'm blatantly honest. I'm sometimes brutal to my own detriment. I've had people who have come on my courses, I've given back their money and said, go lay by the pool, go for a walk, stay on the sunbed. You won't make a trader. I'm pretty sharp at seeing whether or not you've got it or you haven't. And the reason I do that is because in my jobs at banks, I had to employ people that were dealing with billions of dollars per day. I couldn't have anybody on my desks that weren't up to it. We weren't a spot desk. We weren't a proprietary desk. We traded anything and everything that we saw from a technical basis only. Fundamentally, it didn't work. Okay, fundamentals don't work. You've got this fundamental thing with Brexit at the moment where it's reacting on news, but if you look at the charts, you will see they told you a long time ago where sterling was going. You've got to learn what you need to look for, okay? You really have. Now it's time, I think, for me to put this into practice. I've been saying it for God knows how long, but I'm tied up with the group that I run, my trading group. I co-run a hedge fund. I trade my own account. I'm busy. But this has got to me. It really has got to me. And I want to help. And I'm an open book. I'm transparent. You don't see Carol Harmer, investment banker. You don't see Carol Harmer, flighty away, whatever, and make all these words in finance sound wonderful in a package. What you see is what you get. That's what I've done. It's easily checked upon. I don't care. Everybody knows my track record. Okay. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm actually getting it translated into Cantonese, Mandarin, and Chinese as well. It's being done as we speak. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't be a trader. The problem is you're being taught the wrong way. Okay? You're being taught to be churned and turned. There's a reason for it, why you're being taught to be churned and turned. That's a whole different subject, and that's a whole new chapter for my book. But, as I said, I'm easily checkable, sadly, but I am. And those who know me and who know me well will tell you the same. I'm blunt, I'm brutal, I'm honest, but I'm a really good teacher, and I know what I'm talking about. You could throw a million questions at me about technical trading, and I can answer every single one. I have forgotten what 90% out of them out there know. I've forgotten that, but if asked, it's there. Sadly, it comes out there. Now, it's totally down to you. You can carry on 80% of you all failing, or take a chance. Remember, trading's a risk. I'm not really a risk. I'm not a gambler. I'm just not. You know, I'm doing this for my own reasons, and I've really good reasons for doing this. And I'm doing it for my own reasons, and I'm doing it because although it's going to take up quite a bit of my time, I've had enough. I've had enough of the lies and the bullshit that's out there. I really have. And it's time to stop. It really is. You can contact me on carolharmer29@gmail.com. You can leave me a message on YouTube, although I'm not quite sure how I pick them up. You can find me on Twitter @CharmerTrading. I'm not hiding away. You know, you can find me anywhere really. Google me, do whatever, and look up the videos that I've done. But understand this, is that I'm not in it to make money from you guys. I can retire tomorrow. I could have retired 5 years ago. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it because I want to teach you to trade the right way so that you can go on and have as long a career in this business as I've had. Now, I've been self-employed for 22 years. Okay, 22. Done the banks, done life. 22 years I've been self-employed as a trader. Okay. So, if this is what you need and this is what you want, please contact me, and I will be giving updates as to when the course will be completed. If you feel that's the online webinar, if you feel that you would like to come down to Heatwave, Southern Spain at the moment, then please, again, let me know, and I will see what I can do. I don't work in August. Various reasons, heatwave, internet's bad, whatever. But as I say, I really can't look at what's out there anymore without seriously coming out in a rash. And I don't know. I just think this is the time now for me to do what I wanted to do and what I've done my whole trading career, teach other people. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for listening. Keep it in your mind. As I say, you can find me wherever, and I'll get back to you as soon as I receive any emails or Twitters, or not sure about YouTube. But please, contact me, even if it's just to talk, even if you don't want a course. Skype, you can find me on Skype, carolarma8@gmail.com. I don't know why. You'll have to ask my friend Paul why he set me up with that. I do not know, but you can find me on Skype. You don't need to be a subscriber for me to answer a question. I'll answer your question. I will guide you in the right way of where you can then be a little butterfly and go on to spend the rest of your career as a trader with this knowledge behind you. I really hope that you do take advantage of this, and that you don't let being taken advantage of in the past put you off. I know it with me. The stories that I've had from clients has been horrific, and I don't know how they've got away from it or with it for so long. One day I will name and shame, but now is not the time. But I will. Please believe that I will. Anyway, you can find me wherever. Give us a little nudge, and I'll help you the best way that I know I can. Thank you very much.